And as you join us, news is coming in that a terrible thing is happening. Reporter on the spot, what do we know about the terrible thing?
Well, so far we know this thing is truly terrible. It's too early really to say quite how terrible it is, but it is clearly awful. There are really no words to describe it.
So can you describe it for us?
Sorry to interrupt there. We have a statement from the Prime Minister who says he is shocked by the terribleness of the thing and his thoughts are with the families of the victims. But this will not change our way of life, except the parts of our way of life that will now change.
We're now hearing that there are also reports circulating on Twitter which will prove to be complete nonsense.
For more detail on that complete nonsense, please turn over to Sky, who will be reporting it as fact without checking it. Here on the BBC, we will be checking it and then reporting it later and then being criticised for being slow. So with us then is our unfounded speculation correspondent. What do you make of these reports?
Well, it's much too early to speculate about this, but if I were to speculate, I would say that these reports are simply speculation.
So who do you think is behind this terrible thing?
Well, there are various theories, but we should wait for the evidence.
No, that's no fun. Let's just guess. What are the theories?
Well, the important thing here is that we mustn't just assume that this is terrorism.
We mustn't assume that, of course. We can't assume that.
Even though it obviously is.
It obviously is. It clearly
It's
is.
absolutely obviously terrorism.
We must stress that sources are denying that this is terrorism.
But that's just a bunch of arse.
Right.
Thank you to our speculation correspondent there. Now, joining us from Westminster are a whinging Liberal and an opportunistic racist. Whinging Liberal, what do you make of this terrible thing?
Well, the important thing here is to remember that America is always wrong about everything and that American imperialism is the real evil in the world.
I see. And opportunistic racist, what's your view on this?
Well, I think it's very clear that the multicultural society is a failed experiment.
So, both left and right conclude that this terrible thing merely reinforces what they already think.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you, but we're just going to go and get the latest from Kay Burley's dog. If you're just joining us, you're watching a new special following the terrible thing that has happened. If you want to turn over to watch your normal programmes, they are on BBC Two.
But bear in mind that if you do, you will have to live with the nagging fear that you are a shallow, empty-headed idiot. Unable to face the reality of the brutal world we live in and seeking solace in mindless diversionary trivia.